Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Shawn, and this is
Drew.
This is Drew, man. What's up, guys? So we're gonna start doing this thing for you. We're gonna start doing a top 10 picks of the week. Now, these are just books that I personally would love. I would get if I could only buy 10 books this week. These are the 10 that I would get if I could only get 10 books.
Yeah.
Could be because I love the cover. Maybe I'm reading the story and I can't wait to see what happens next, and I'm going to pick that up. So these are the top 10 that's how I picked my books. How'd you pick yours?
I picked mine based on cover work, story, interior art, engagement.
Nice.
Just a whole plethora, of elements deciding my top 10.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so we're going to reveal them one at a time, and then we're going to talk about why we picked them. Not trying to make a big, long video, but just letting you know what we're getting and why we're getting it. All right, so number 10, you ready?
Ready.
Here we go.
Boom.
All right, what do you got, Avengers?
I've got Avengers issue 40, I believe, and that is
okay.
not the glare. It is just the cover. That is,
Okay.
yeah. The Phoenix bird is just that bright in
Nice.
this story, in this
Maybe
cover.
we can show it closer to the camera, let them see it. There
Yeah.
she is. All right. So why'd you pick this one?
Well, I picked this one because I want to read the story. I want to see where we're going to go with the Phoenix now. We just dealt with Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So it's like,
which is awesome.
Awesome. Yes, it was. And those back issues have gone through the roof.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I'm a Moon Knight fan. I can't find half of them right now. It's nuts. But I want to see where they're going to go with the Phoenix. Some of the costume cover designs, concept covers look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love this cover because we got the Holy Marvel Trinity right here. We got Thor, you got Captain America, you got Iron Man. I'm a sucker for that. So this is my number 10. Can't wait to read this one.
Very cool. Mine's purely just cover art. Sun Kamahuna. I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name. That's a Sun K cover. I'm not going to read this. I don't give a crap what happens. It's Sun K cover. Big fan of her stuff. So that's my number 10. All right, let's go number 9.
9.
Ready?
Ready.
9. I'll go first. I got Vampirella Perillo. Once again, I'm probably not going to read it. Huge Lucio Perillo fan. I pick up most of his stuff.
You've done a few covers with him, haven't you?
Yeah, one or two. Yeah, 1 or 2 store exclusives with Lucio. But I'm probably going to get majority of his stuff, put in my personal collection. This is definitely one of them I'm picking up.
He's never done a bad cover. I'm not gonna lie. I can't think of a bad cover he's done.
Yeah, his covers are basically. Really, you're just comparing him to his own covers. So even a bad one for him, it's just not as great as other ones that he's done.
Yes,
that's my opinion. So what do you got over there?
My number 9 is Spirits of Vengeance, Ghost Rider, Spirits of Vengeance, Return of Vengeance. I read the story. It is flipping amazing. Howard Mackey came back to write this.
Yeah, Mackey.
Yes.
He bought the 90s Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch, and
exactly.
Cool.
So if you love the 90s Ghost Rider, want a great jumping on point for a character, this is it right here. You see what's happened to Vengeance. You learn about his past, where he's at right now, fighting through what he's got to fight through. The story is awesome. You cannot go wrong with this. And you got Ryan Stegman cover with this one. So
you picked the Stegman in this one, huh?
Yes, for number 9. The Stegman is my number 9.
Okay.
But
a hint of maybe other covers to come later.
Yes, coming attractions.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, so Vengeance, I didn't really like. I remember him from the comic in the 90s, but I don't remember his story and who he was and where he came from. So I kind of want to. Do you have to brush up on that, or does this explain to you who it is in the issue?
Explains everything in, I think, 2 pages.
Great.
It's
awesome.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number, it was this 8.
8.
Right? 8. Here we go. Oh, look at that. You got that. So I assume you picked that. Same reasons as me?
Yes, for Lucio. Yes, I love Lucio. I love Christopher Priest, government name James Owsley. But I do love reading his work, and I cannot wait to read this one. And I love Lucio.
Awesome. Yeah, I got Origin of the Clown Hunter, and I picked the In-Hyuk Lee cover. Just love how Batman's kind of looking down at him like he's scolding him, and Clown Hunter's not backing down. He's looking right back up at him, like, screw you, Batman, I'll do what I want. And In-Hyuk Lee, you can't go wrong with In-Hyuk.
No.
I skimmed through this one. The interior art is very unique.
Yes, it reminds me of like reading like a heavy metal or like an indie comic. Just got that very detailed style.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the interior art. It was a breath of fresh air into the interior of Batman. Love the interior art. Shame on me for not knowing who it is. Maybe.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of the guy either. Adam, he just
Okay,
didn't
yeah,
look
I
familiar.
didn't recognize it at all. But kudos on him for doing a kick-ass Batman interiors, and the detail he put into that is like, man, how long did it take to draw this issue?
Yeah, because you look at the detail he puts into the walls, the cracks, the building. It's like a page had to have taken, at least a week. It looks like.
And the story is really good. It's a deep story. It's not a, he fell into a vat of acid. Like his transformation to Clown Hunter is it's a psychological scarring transition. But
you understand where he's coming from as a kid.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And he is a kid. Yeah. He's totally a kid. I really like it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's an annual issue too. It's great.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's right. This is Batman Annual number 5.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Moving on. Number 7.
We did not see these. We did not see these beforehand.
Not planned.
No.
So I'll start on this one. It's a Delato. So that's a plus. Delato's definitely had some better covers. But it's just like Lucio. With Delato, you're basically comparing his covers against his own covers.
Yes.
And there isn't a bad Delato. It's just not as great as some of his other ones. So there's another variant for this one out this week, which is going to be no surprise to anybody else. But I like this cover so much. And what happens in the issue? Oh man. We did talk about this one a little bit beforehand. And let me tell you, you want to pick this one up.
Yes.
You want to pick this one. Yes. What did you think about it?
I love the issue. I really love this cover. You're comparing his Spider-Man covers to other Spider-Man covers.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. No. And like I said, the story is nuts. It's nuts. And we do not want to spoil anything. But I will say, I'm hoping there was an infamous Spider-Man event that happened about 10 years ago or so.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that may be getting wiped away. I'm hoping.
Oh, God, I hope so.
They
hinted at it.
Yes.
Well, this is just, I love that it referenced early pre-100 Spider-Mans. Like, it goes deep into the history of Spidey and Harry and Mary Jane, like deep, deep stuff. So it's a great story. It's not a quick read again. No. This last rites is definitely picking up and coming to a head.
We'll probably have more to see. This may another cover of this may come up, so we may talk about this again some more.
But man, so even if you're not reading last rites at all, you can actually pick up with this issue and you won't be lost. Absolutely. You'll be like, oh my God, all this stuff has been happening. You know who Kindred is. It's all revealed, oh man, it's crazy.
And it's not it's not even a complete page prologue catching you up. It's just a paragraph catching you up. And boom, and you're already in it.
So I highly advise getting this, guys. Grab this one if you can. All right. Next. What are we on? 5, 6? I forgot.
I think 6. Yes.
All right. Go ahead, man. You got X-Men over there.
You got X-Men.
Oh, I got X-Men.
You got X-Men.
You look just like me. No, you don't. So yeah, I read everything, all the X books. I'm reading all of them. Hickman, he's still writing this. The cover, this is the Little U cover. So I liked it. I'm not a big fan of his stuff, but this cover is pretty good. And I just like it. It's kind of the aftermath of what happened with the X of Swords story. And it's definitely is a reader for me, not a cover by, purely reader. And I'm reading, like I said, all the X books. So I'll pass on a couple here and there, Excalibur. But this is definitely a pickup for me.
So my pick this is a long title. Dark Knight's Death Metal, The Last 52, War of the Multiverses. That is a long title. Number 1. Now, this is not the cover I wanted to show. Unfortunately, Shawn didn't get the cover I wanted.
Oh.
It was the Gary Frank
cover. Yeah.
With the 1980s Justice League.
That's right.
I'm an easy lay for the 1980s Justice League. And when you got Gary Frank on top of that, I would have bought 2 or 3 copies
we must have been short of that because I could have swore there was some of those. We'll have to check that. Maybe there's a ratio. Was that a ratio or no?
It didn't show up as a ratio.
I'll have to check that.
Maybe. But yeah, if you can find that Gary Frank copy anywhere, get it, or try to hit up Shawn to see
See if I can
some.
find some.
But so this is a collection of, I think, 9 different stories with a
Mhm.
wraparound story for the beginning and the end. Some are better than others, but the ones that are great, there's one involving Swamp Thing, another one involving the Penguin, the Atom, which are really, the Swamp Thing one is arguably the best. And I'm thinking, I got a theory, putting my brain cap on, is the events of that Swamp Thing story may lead into Future State.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
I have to read it harder, see what I think. I skimmed through that one. Okay, awesome. Very cool. All right, let's jump to the next one. I forgot where I'm at.
We're halfway through.
Oh, I got Avengers. Yeah, number 5. So go with your Batman.
So same book, different cover this time. I got Mr. Derek Chew. He works under Archer. Derek Chew works under Archer.
Yeah.
He did this cover for the Batman annual. Both covers are really good.
Mm-hmm.
This one is my lesser favorite one, but it's still a great cover.
Yeah.
Like we said before, this is a great story, and I may or may not have the other one on my stack for later. But so I'm going to save my thoughts on the book for a little bit later as well. But this cover is really good.
So Avengers, like Phoenix is from X-Men mythos, obviously. Just like you said, Moon Knight became the Phoenix to defeat bad guys, which was awesome. Now the Phoenix is kind of chilling on Earth, looking for a new host, I guess. And there's some amazing stuff that happens in the story. Stuff you'd never think you would see in an Avengers title. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I highly advise picking this up. If you're an Avengers fan, if you're just a Marvel fan, you don't have to be an Avengers fan to read this stuff. This is Jason Aaron is pretty much bringing in the entire Marvel universe. Mm-hmm. No one's off limits for this. So yeah, pretty excited about this. I enjoyed the story too.
Yeah, I can't wait to read it either. So I want to see where the Avengers are going to go next.
Yeah.
Because he's gotten wild and crazy ever since issue 1.
Yeah.
The Avengers. Then you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah. Lots of cover choices for this one. I chose I think it's the main cover. I always migrate towards the main covers. If I can't find, if they're all good, I always pick the main cover. All right, let's go to the next one. We're on number 4. All right, getting to the good stuff. Oh,
boom.
Oh man, you dropped a Wolverine first.
Yes,
okay, so same thing, same reasoning as Drew here. If you like the dark, sinister versions of the characters from the DC universe that Metal's been bringing us, there's some good ones in here.
Yes,
you get a scary ass penguin. I can't remember a couple other ones. They just slipped my mind, but man, there are some terrifying versions. Of some characters in here.
Yeah, that penguin story is creepy. I forgot. I just remember that's like, oh yeah, that's a doozy.
Yeah, and these happen in between the Metal stories. So first, this is in between. We're on 6 and 7 now. So the beginning of it, like I said, the wraparound story. The beginning of it's like, here's where we are in the Metal story, and then here's all this other stuff happening, and then at the end, it's like, and get ready for what's going to happen in Metal 7, and then that's kind of where it leaves off at. So, as always. These tie-ins have tons of first appearances in them.
Oh, yes.
First, I mean, you kind of have saturation by this point. First evil version of this guy, first evil version of that guy. And you just never know down the road which one of them is going to catch on.
Yeah.
So it's always safe to pick up just one copy at least for a potential first appearance that may get his own cartoon down the road or something. Who knows? So that's why I grabbed this one. Oh, man, talk about Wolverine.
Yes, I love David Finch. Mm-hmm. You love David Finch, too?
Yeah, big Finch fan.
Great guy, great artist. This cover, as soon as I saw it, hook, line, and sinker. As soon as I saw it on one of my apps, I'm like, sold. You got me. My only wish is that this is purely a cover buy for this one. I wish he was on the interior art. Don't get me wrong, the interior art is good. It's good. But I want more Finch. It's like
when's the last time Finch has even done interiors? I can't remember.
It had to have been probably in the New 52. He was doing like
10 years ago.
Yeah, the Forever Evil.
Yeah. But so cover by Finch. Haven't read it yet. Do you plan on reading it?
I did read it.
Okay. What'd you think?
It's okay. I mean, for me personally, it was underwhelming for a 350th issue.
Yeah.
There's a lot of covers. For me, it didn't give me the action or what I wanted to see in a monumental historic issue for Wolverine.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the cover is amazing.
I'm going to talk about that probably here in a minute. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 3. All right, so here's my
Mm.
Spirit of Vengeance cover. Kyle Hotz.
Yes.
I mean, we've done a variant or two with him also.
Great artist.
Huge Hotz fan. This cover's just
Hot.
oh man, this cover. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, look at that. Like, oh my God. I haven't read it yet. I do plan on reading it. If this is a double whammy for me, I do want to read it, and it's a cover by. I liked it so much. It's my number 3. So what do you got over there?
So I've got over here. I've got the main cover. I believe this is the main cover.
Oh, that's the variant.
Oh, the variant.
Yeah.
Yes, variant. In-Hook Lee variant to Batman Annual. I love this cover a lot. I love the detail he put into Batman as well as into the Clown Killer. It's a great issue. It's a great emotional issue. You really see where this kid is coming from, and you see who he goes to for support. Who try to help him along the way.
Yeah,
and it's just a great. I mean, you typically with an annual issue, they're typically a throwaway, so you don't really care. But this is a great origin issue.
It is.
James Tynion did a great job, and the interior art is fantastic, and both covers are great. This one's a phenomenal cover by In-Hook Lee.
Yeah, really liked it too. All right, number 2. I'm curious to see what your number 2 is.
Mm-hmm.
I know what mine is.
No, mine is.
Oh, we're close.
Yes.
We're close. So I chose Wolverine, and how could I pass on this? So this is Repose, I think it was. God, look at that
Nullified.
cover. Like, these Nullified covers got me hook, line, and sinker. Almost every one of them is just a home run.
Yeah.
I wish these were my store exclusives. Like, oh my God, even so good.
Tedesco's Captain America one he did.
That was really good. Yeah, really good. Can't wait to read it. I skimmed through it. It did seem very underwhelming. Not a lot happens. They tease Maverick on all the covers, and he's barely even in there. Like, it was very disappointing.
We didn't want to talk. We don't want to talk about spoilers, but
yeah,
spoiler.
It's underwhelming. There is a pretty cool. So there's a lot of shadowy figures showing up in this one, though.
Yes, correct.
So 2 different stories. They allude to some big mysteries. There's one shadowy figure in the very beginning, and then with the Omega Red sequence, he also alludes to like, hey, there's some other shit going on here. So, yep.
My one question is, how old is X-23 supposed to be?
I think that's Badger.
Oh, Honey Badger. That's Badger. Oh, okay.
That's Honey Badger.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's not talk about Honey Badger. Man, if they could do something to change some history, Honey Badger, like, God. Okay. Anyway, so Spirit of Vengeance.
Yes, like I said, Kyle Hotz, this cover is fantastic. I love this cover, and I love this book. This is a great read. You don't need to know anything about Vengeance going in, even if you're as old as we are.
Very cool.
It is fantastic, great, awesome read. And I can't wait I'm hoping Howard Mackie is jumping back into this. I hope he does it ongoing, and if he is,
I don't know if was this a one shot or I think it's a one shot, isn't it?
It seems like it's a one shot, but
okay.
it seems like they're teasing to he's back.
I hope so.
They're maybe teasing he's back.
I want a statue of that cover.
Yes, I mean
it would go great with the Ghost Rider back.
Yes, here. Absolutely. It's like they're. I can't. I'm speechless by this issue. I was blown away by how good it was.
Wow! I can't wait to read it now.
I kept my expectations low, because typically one shots I'm like, okay. At Howard Mackie, I'm like, oh, going up, and like the story kept getting better and better. I'm like, I want more.
Wow, that's great to hear. Yeah. I can't wait to read that one now.
Yeah.
All right, and grand pick. Probably no surprise once you remember what it is. Yep. There we go. Gleason. I mean, come on, man.
Yes.
Come on, man. How can you not? How can you not?
I'm calling it now. This cover is going to be on a ton of posters, tattoos, everywhere.
Yeah. So, like, in the spec groups, I hang out some of the spec groups sometimes. Obviously, everybody's going to want this cover. There's I always say there's 3 different kinds of buyers in the comic world. There's the pre-order guys. As soon as you see a cover somewhere, you got to find it. You got to pre-order it. It doesn't matter if it comes out in 4 months. You're going to pre-order it right now. That way you make sure you have it reserved somewhere. There's the guy that pay attention to books that come out this week. Like right now, people may be seeing this for the first time. Like, oh, man, what is that? I got to pick that up. And then there's the Mystic guys. Oh, man, that came out? Oh, I've never even seen that before. I need to get that. So the Mystic guys are going to be paying for this one. Even though there were a ton of these, I guarantee these were a ton of these orders. This has been on pre-order forever. They've been showing this cover for like almost 3 months, it feels like.
Oh, absolutely.
So this cover's been on order forever. I know we sold a ton. There's going to be a lot of these out there. You should have no problem finding a copy. Guys, don't overpay for this book. If you go on some post somewhere and see somebody trying to get, even $10, 10, $15 for this thing, I would say no. Just don't do it.
Yeah, there's plenty of copies out there.
Yeah, you'll be able to find a copy. Wait a month or two, you'll be able to get it for $5. The cover price, I think it's only a $3.99 book. Yeah, it's a $4 book. So
yeah, this is worth every cent. This comic is worth every flipping cent.
The issue is fantastic. The cover's fantastic. Top pick of the week, hands down.
Yes, absolutely. And while we're on the subject, Nick Spencer. It's like, you want to talk about a guy who went from doing one of the most infamous things with Captain America ever.
Yeah.
to this. It's like,
yeah. So remember, he's the guy who made Captain America Hail Hydra.
Yes.
Yes, he's the Hail Hydra guy.
So somewhere in between, he's had a come to Jesus moment, and he's wow.
That awesome. Secret Empire was just so bad. So bad on so many levels. The event that nothing happened, right? We could make a whole nother video about that. But yeah, he came back, and Spider-Man's been fantastic.
And lights out. You've done what, 3 variants so far?
Oh man, a few. I can't remember how many, but 24 and 25 for sure.
Those are great. Yeah.
Yep.
We got Nick Spencer to take a photo with I think 25 down in Miami.
Yeah. It's awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So hey guys, this is our top 10. Thanks for watching. We went longer than we thought, but hey, we like to talk about comics. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Leave a comment. What book do you have to get this week? And like and share to your favorite social media group the video. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you.